Well, big news. Big news coming through and going straight across to that. Deepika Padukone has been summoned by the Narcotics Control Bureau. We were telling you here at CNN News 18 that she could be summoned any moment now. Dia Mirza was not going to be summoned, but Deepika Padukone will be summoned, especially after the conversations from 2017 onwards. And there were 8 or 9 specific questions that the NCP is now going to question her and ask her. What was the role that the talent manager was playing for her? Was she regularly supplying her drugs? Was she part of a network or a group which was regularly part of these drug parties? These are all questions that are going to be asked. Herman is now joining us. Herman Gomes joins us with more details. Herman, when is she going to have to present herself?
Well, Anand, at this point in time, what we're told is that fresh summons have been issued to Deepika, Shruti Modi and the others, including Karishma, so in the next 3 days is when, in a phased manner, all of them have been asked. When exactly, we do not know, but in the next 3 days, she has been summoned to be present at the NCB office in Mumbai. Currently, she is shooting in Goa, is what we are told, along with Karishma. Karishma, her manager, meanwhile, has asked for exemption on health grounds till the 25th. But yes, summons have been issued to all of them to be present in the next 3 days. So therefore, in the next 3 days, we are going to see that all of them will be present, will have to present themselves before the NCB. Deepika, meanwhile, has already got in touch with her legal team. It remains to be seen whether she too could be asking for certain sort of exemption. But as far as the NCB summons are concerned, it is confirmed for now that summons have been issued to Deepika as well as the others, including Shruti Modi.
So they have to respond in the next 3 days.
Manager.
But do they have to be present physically in Mumbai, or can they join the investigation and answer the queries by the NCB, posed by the NCB from Goa via video conference?
No, they will have to be present in person because this is a special investigation team that has been constituted by the NCB. So therefore, they will have to be present here in Mumbai, which is what it is expected that she will have to definitely fly down, along with Karishma also is what we are being told. So because of this SIT team that has been constituted, they'll have to be present here itself in Mumbai at its office where they will be probed by the NCB.
Well, so is there a timeline before which Deepika Padukone has to respond, and what happens if she does not answer the summons?
Well, then fresh summons will be issued, and in case if she does not respond formally, then notices can be sent to her for her to be present. But as of now, what we do know is in the next 3 days, summons have been sent to Simon, Shruti, Deepika, Karishma, Sara, as well as Shraddha Kapoor. So they will have to be present. At this point in time, we are told that all of them, it won't be a joint question that could be taking place, but in the next 3 days, all of them will be asked to be present in a phased manner.
So each person, Sara Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor, you're saying Karishma Prakash, Shruti Modi, and Deepika Padukone, along with Jaya Saha. So Jaya Saha continues to be questioned. So all of them will have to present themselves in a phased manner over the next 3 days. Rakul Preet Singh has also been summoned?
Well, yes, Rakul Preet and Simon Khambata have been asked to be present on the 24th of April. On the 25th is when now we are learning that Deepika has been asked to present herself before. So 25th is the date for Deepika Padukone. Deepika has to join on the 25th of September. That is the day that also her manager, Karishma, had sought exemption for. So till the 25th, it will be expected that she too will be joining. On the 24th, you have Rakul Preet as well as Simon Khambata, who have been called in for questioning by the NCB. So fresh summons have been issued to all of them. These are some of the top-most actors. We do know that a dossier has already been presented, has already been conducted by the NCB. So therefore, there will be a strict line of questioning that could be taking place. First, their statements will be recorded. Deepika, meanwhile, has already got in touch with the legal team since yesterday, since the news about her likely summons could be issued. But now it's confirmed that she has to be present on the 25th of September before the SIT team in Mumbai. She will have to be present here. In case if she doesn't turn up, then notices could be sent. But in all likelihood, she's expected to be present before the SIT team.
Well, big inputs that are coming through from Herman and also our investigations editor, Manoj Gupta. We also have, Herman, stay with me on the phone line. We also have Shilpa Ratnam joining us. So Shilpa, tomorrow there has to be, that is the 24th, Rakul Preet and Simon Khambata, both of them have to present themselves, have been summoned tomorrow, and day after, that is the 25th, is when Deepika Padukone, so that means she will have to fly back from Goa if she's going to answer the summons and make herself present in Mumbai.
Well, Well, yes, over the next few days, Sara Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor, Deepika Padukone, Rakul Preet Singh and designer Simone Kambata. These are some people who've been summoned tomorrow. Shruti Modi has also been summoned. But some big names there, and those summons finally going out to Shraddha Kapoor and Sara Ali Khan, as we've been reporting this week. So they are expected to join the questioning. But for tomorrow, we have Rakul Preet Singh, who will be questioned. From what we know, according to reports, her name did emerge in Ria's testimony, that Ria has mentioned her name about those alleged parties where drugs were flowing, and Rakul Preet's name was one that featured in that, and similarly Simone Kambata's name as well is from Ria's testimony. Now Deepika Padukone, as we know, is from that chat that was retrieved from a phone, that is the surmising.
Well, let's just ask Herman that. Let's just ask Herman that. One second, Shilpa, I'm just going to go back to Herman. Is that the only evidence against Deepika Padukone, the chat that has been pushed, leaked out by the NCB to the media 3 years ago, or is there more to it? What are the line of questioning going to be, Herman?
Well, yes, it is those particular chats where she speaks also about having meeting Karishma at an eatery called Coco in Mumbai. We also know there is a particular party that is under the scanner of the NCB, which apparently, according to NCB sources, was also hosted by Deepika Padukone. You had a number of even male actors that had been coming in. Some of these names have been held because of investigative reasons. But besides this chat, Anand, there is also a particular party that was hosted at this very eatery where Deepika was present in 2017, is what we are told. So this particular party does believe that drugs could have been consumed here. But once again, who made all the arrangements for the same? And more importantly, from where were they procured by the talent managers, including Jaya Saha?
But one of the questions going towards the NCB is, why are you questioning something what happened 3 years ago? Is there fresh information, recent information also which they have? Because one of the line of questioning we are given to understand here at CNN News 18 is that whether she attended these drug parties with Sushant Singh Rajput and she consumed drugs along with Sushant Rajput and with Rhea Chakrabarti.
Well, yes, Anand, but do remember the NCB so far is looking at two cases that it has been probing. One is the FIR number 1520 relating to the drug parties and the alleged drug angle in the Sushant Singh Rajput case, and the second FIR is the 1620 case, which is particularly only looking at the consumption of drugs in the Bollywood industry. So as far as what we are given to understand at this point in time, while there is no direct connection between both of the FIRs, at this point at least Deepika is going to be questioned in the second FIR, which is 1620. Where apparently Jaya Saha has also been seen to have received certain messages from Deepika with regards to CBD oil as well as weed procurement. And not just that, and also at the same time, you have Karishma, who also, her manager, who she had contacted for certain sort of drugs. So these are the chats, as well as this 2017 party that was hosted, that is currently under the scanner of the NCB.
Right. Is there more? Do they have more evidence, and does this also point to what is happening recently? Because it's the cartel that needs to be questioned, and incidents which has happened 3 years ago, is that going to help them unearth what's happening now? But this is big, Vinaya, because it's not just that they could be summoned, they are now going to be summoned. Some actors who said that don't take our names on the news media, went to the courts and said, our name should not be taken, are also being summoned now. So Rakul Preet has been summoned tomorrow. Simone Kambata summoned tomorrow. Sara Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor summoned. Deepika Padukone summoned on 25th, the same day till which Karishma Prakash wanted, her talent manager has said that she wanted an exemption till.
Yes, this is an important development, Anand, because remember on the leads of the probing of Rhea Chakrabarti, wherein she had taken around 25 names thereafter Jaya Saha's statements were recorded, and some of these names, after they emerged, initially there was a buzz and we were given to understand that it is likely that these persons will be summoned, and now finally the NCB has issued summons for these. Remember, these are some of the top names of actors in the Hindi film industry, and clearly the NCB's indication is that more names are likely to be in the offing, particularly after this step has been taken. Though this is regarding the CBD oil, which there is clearly a contention that this was easily available even on Amazon, and it could have been procured otherwise as well. The question really is, this is with respect to Sushant Singh drug case, and with respect to that, whether these actors and all the managers have any idea about who are the persons from whom they procure drugs, and whether that leads to a larger network really which had a linking to Hindi film industry and
Right.
the bigwigs in the political circles as well. So as of now, this is the linkage that the NCB says that it is going to probe through asking questions to all these three names that it is going to issue. It has issued summons.
Well, Mihir Trivedi has been tracking it. Zeba Varsi is also joining us live, and Shilpa Ratnam continue to stay on. One aspect which stands out, see, these actors who've been named, summoned, where are the others? And why is it that it's only a certain set of, and it's all aside of Madhu Mantena, who's a producer himself and he's also a stakeholder in Quan. Where are the male actors? Because the NCB itself maintains that there were a lot of male actors also present. So why is nobody else being summoned? Mihir.
Hi Anand, is that question for me?
Yes,
Anand?
yes, Mihir.
Absolutely, Anand. Remember, as far as this NCB probe is concerned, the investigation is concerned, initially what we were getting and what we were picking up is that Riya Chakravarti has revealed a long list of names of celebrity who were frequenting Sushant Singh Rajput's residence and celebrity who were involved in consuming drugs. Now, the NCB, like you're saying, why are they not mentioning some of the male actors and other names from apart from whatever has been doing the rounds of late? The reason could be that, these are claims made by Riya Chakravarti. The NCB needs to thoroughly investigate and have some conclusive evidence based on which they will issue summons to these people. Remember, these are big names from the Hindi film industry. Some of them are very powerful and resourceful people. But yes, as far as the investigation is concerned, the names that were doing the round, like Deepika Padukone, Shraddha Kapoor, Rakul Preet Singh, Simon Khambata, all these names were doing the rounds, and this information was coming out from NCB sources after these drug chats were revealed. Remember, there are certain chats which clearly indicate that these are people who have been talking about drugs, possibly asking and procuring it for their self-consumption, and that is under the scanner at this point. Remember, the NCB is of course going to question them, summon them. It's not really clear whether they are part of this big nexus or they are only consuming it for their own consumption. But the NCB is what seems at this point is after the entire nexus. They want to get to the links.
If they want to get to the links, then they have to go back to the kingpins, the people who are submitting, who are actually organizing these drugs in huge quantities. And their investigation seems to be quite thorough because they've been able to access 3-year-old chats. They've been able to access 3-year-old appearances. They've been able to access 3-year-old conversations. The fact is, what are the recent conversations and who are the other people involved? Those are big questions which remain, because the challenge for the NCB and the task for the NCB is to break the drug cartel. The task for the NCB, Vinaya, even as we see Zeba Varsi about to join us, it's inclement weather in Mumbai, I must tell you. But the Zeba is also there. There she is with us. Zeba, the task that has been given to the NCB by Mr. Rakesh Asthana, who is the head of the Narcotics Control Bureau, is not to investigate the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, but to investigate the drug cartel. Now, if there is a drug cartel, who are the main consumers? Who are the big names? How are these people and their consumption? Any substance abuse is wrong. 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But who are the recent people? Who are the big names? Who are conducting these parties? Those questions have to be answered by the NCB. Will these actors reveal more names when they are summoned?
Well, this week is going to be crucial, Anand, with respect to that particular piece of information, because like you said, the whole motive of the NCB investigation into the Bollywood drug cartel, drug probe, was to unearth some sort of a big nexus between Bollywood and the drug mafia. So who is the big fish here? Who are the kingpins of the drug mafia? How are these drugs transported? How are they procured? How are they supplied? And who are the ones who are consuming it? And are there Bollywood parties where these drugs are being consumed? Who are the A-listers who are involved, if at all? All of this has to be answered by the NCB, and not just via WhatsApp conversations that are being leaked, but by evidence which can be proved in a court of law. So will these WhatsApp chats that are now surfacing, will these really hold in a court of law? That is another question that has to be looked at. Now, CBD oil, Jaya Saha, who's confessed about procuring CBD oil, this is something that can be bought online legally if it is up to a certain quantity and which has a 0.3 percentage of THC. So the question is, did she procure that that aspect of CBD oil? What is the CBD oil that she's procured? All of these questions, of course, have to be answered.
But the fact is, Zeba, you have to also, we should also understand this,
substantial evidence
that Jaya Saha has admitted to procuring only CBD oil because she knows that is legally available. So, is it possible that she has also procured other things to which she is currently denying because she knows that what she has done perhaps is wrong, on the wrong side? Because there are chats which very clearly show that there were other aspects also. There was hash, there was weed, and there was clear differentiation that was made. And is there more which is not being revealed right now, but which could come to the fore? Because Vinaya, we are given to understand that there are A-lister male actors also. There is a very well-known filmmaker also in this entire list. But they have not yet been summoned. So, is this just the beginning? That's the big aspect. Let's not try and get into why male, why female. But the fact is this just the beginning of an unearthing of a huge drug consumption group? People in public life who are icons who could fall from grace.
Well, absolutely. And if you have seen the film industry, why just single out the film industry? We have seen that the drug usage, particularly in a city like Mumbai, has been quite rampant. In fact, the government as well as the Mumbai police have come under a flak consistently for the last few years as well, that they have not been able to crack down on the drug nexus and that drugs are so easily available in Mumbai. So clearly, at a time when we are talking about drug consumption, it will also be myopic to only look at the consumers, because there has to be a well-fueled cycle and a network which caters and panders to these demands. So while on one hand we are talking of celebrities, we are talking of big names who are possibly into this consumption and whose public naming will possibly bring them bring their names down in some sense, also take that kind of add to that shame factor really. But what is important beyond these optics really of naming people who possibly took drugs a few years ago for which there is no contraband, there is no substantial evidence which can stand in the court of law. If the NCB can really crack down on the drug network, if it can lay its hands on the kingpins which are an essential element of supplying of these drugs even if there is a demand, and then it can crack down and dismantle this network, that is the test really, apart from just taking names of people who have been consuming drugs.
But there have been raids. There have been raids.
Some WhatsApp chats or electronic evidence a few years ago.
But there have been raids, there have been peddlers, there have been suppliers who are supplying huge amount of quantities who have also been nabbed. There have been fresh raids which have been conducted in Bandra over Monday, Tuesday, which Herman was telling us about. And more importantly, there are going to be, perhaps this is also one aspect, that you try and put the spotlight on the consumers because they are big names, and in the meantime you try and quietly work towards looking at the back end in terms of the supplier network and try and think that they will drop their guard and nab them in the process. Herman is also getting us some more updates in terms of Deepika already trying to take legal counsel and take a consult already. A Mumbai lawyer, Goa lawyers, they are already present. Two lawyers from Mumbai and Goa are already present. We are given to understand at this point, and Deepika Padukone, as is her right, is exploring the legal option as to how to approach these summons by the NCB, because there will be some tough questions that will be asked, and the NCB, if they have summoned Deepika Padukone, they would have convincing and clinching evidence, because otherwise to summon somebody like her, summon somebody like Rakul Preet, somebody like Shraddha Kapoor or Sara Ali Khan or Simone Khambata, without having strong amount of basis for that, beyond just chat 3 years ago, there will have to be something far more substantial to stand the test of scrutiny. Mihir, what is it that you have at your end? Coming to you, Shilpa, in just a bit.
Absolutely, that's what I was saying. Remember, as far as the NCB probe is concerned, yes, they will be summoning all these people, and it is in connection to their alleged consumption of drug for which they have taken the help of their talent managers. But what is important here is that, the NCB is trying to unearth a bigger nexus. And now, like you mentioned earlier, Anand, when these people will be questioned, the likes of Deepika Padukone, Sara Ali Khan and Shraddha Kapoor, when they will be questioned, it is very much possible that more names will emerge. We will get to know about more parties that were held. We will get to know about more of these WhatsApp groups that have been formed, which pretty much talks about drugs all the time. And that is something the NCB is sure about, and that's why they have taken this charge of summoning all these people after doing their thorough investigation. At this point, remember, yes, the basis of summoning them is the drug chats, which are
Is it just the drug chats? That's one big question. Amir, just stay on with us. Now, that's what we're putting out there. Two lawyers from Mumbai and a lawyer from Goa are currently meeting Deepika Padukone at that hotel in Goa. Vivek Gupta of News 18 had got us a report from ground in Goa itself. We'll try and see if we can go across to him in just a bit. But Herman, who's got us this update, is also with us on the phone line. Herman, one aspect is the back end, the suppliers, the cartels, the kingpins. Is the NCB cracking down on them? Are there raids which are happening? But first is Deepika Padukone, who's already moved in for legal consult in terms of how to respond to these summons.
Well, yes, Anand, she is in fact trying to see in case if there is a route where in case she does not have to appear in person before the NCB. That is the route she's trying to explore as far as the lawyers are concerned. About your second question about the peddlers, what they have realized is that there was a particular peddler by the name Rahil who has been arrested by the NCB. In his confession, it has come to note that he has a team of peddlers. Now, his peddlers, that Rahil's teams of peddlers, in fact, were certain small-time TV serial actors. They were also someone, besides acting in television serials, would also peddle in drugs. And they were in touch with different talent managers or different A-lister actors with whom they used to, in fact, give out these drugs. So that is to his interrogation and his confession before the NCB that they are trying to look at this team of peddlers who are also known as small-time television serial actors. And it is believed that they were the ones who, in fact, supplying these very sort of contrabands, both organic as well as chemical. But at the heart of it is, from where did they manage to get the supply? It is always believed that the route from where it is brought down is usually the transport route is usually the road network. But so far, the big kingpins, the bigger suppliers are not yet to be known. But it is believed that this particular peddler, Rahil, who we are talking about, his supplier could be someone who's known to A-list actors, the big names